Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome to Chris the Shiny Dog's channel. This is my newest video on the Layton Hills Mall, and I cannot stress this message on the screen as I cannot stress it enough. As stated at the beginning of this video that you just saw on screen, this video is purely for entertainment value and to help serve other mall enthusiasts like myself by documenting malls. I do not make any money off of the videos off any videos like this. This is not my first mall video. I just film malls because I grew up going to malls, and unfortunately, many malls are on the last string of life. I do not see this mall as one of those. I am purely here just to document the mall in its current state. In my opinion, Christmas time is the very best time of year to visit malls, and I'm glad that this is going to be the first time I visit this mall, especially during the Christmas season. With that being said, let's bundle up and get comfy in our Christmas pajamas with nice hot coffee or hot chocolate, whichever you prefer. Sit by the fire and let's talk about the history of the mall. So come join me on this journey, this walkthrough of the Layton Hills Mall, and see what the mall has to offer. All footage was filmed by me on December 5th, 2024. Editing and narration is also provided by me. All information given in this video is publicly found on the internet. If you find any of this information to be incorrect, please note it in the comments with the correct information, and please cite the source because it would be much appreciated, because I'd be curious if I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, I'll admit to it. I would like to be as accurate as I possibly can be while presenting the video, or any video for that matter. Without further ado, let's get started. Layton Hills Mall is an enclosed shopping mall located in Layton, Utah, about a half hour north of Salt Lake City, which is, roughly a half hour north of Salt Lake City. The mall opened in 1980 and has three major anchors still in operation: Dick's Sporting Goods, Dillard's, and JCPenney. These anchor stores, however, did not open with the mall when it opened. When it opened in 1980, it opened with Mervyn's and three local department stores: Zion's Cooperative Mercantile Institute, or ZCMI, a department store owned by the LDS Church and opened by the LDS Church leader Brigham Young in 1868, and later converted to Meyer and Frank and/or sold to Dillard's in 2001. The other two stores were Castleton's and Auerbach. After 1 year of business, the Auerbach store closed and became the Bon Marché. Castleton's closed its stores in 1987. The Bon Marché closed its doors in May 1993, and JCPenney took over the location and opened its stores in November of that same year, relocating from the standalone store in nearby Bountiful, Utah. ZCMI sold its stores in 2001 to Meyer and Frank, which was then sold to Macy's in 2006. Also in 2001, the mall expanded with 28 more stores. CBL and Associates Properties purchased the mall in 2005. Mervyn's closed its stores as a whole, meaning the whole company closed for good in 2008, and in mid-2011, renovations began on the former Mervyn's building to convert it to Dick's Sporting Goods on the bottom level of the anchor store space. The mall shops opening on the upper level. Meanwhile, the Sports Authority moved to a new store in nearby Farmington, Utah. The food gallery on the upper level features nearly a dozen eateries, including national chains such as Chick-fil-A, Dairy Queen, Hot Dog on a Stick, and Subway. A children's play area sponsored by Weber State University, normal people call it Weber State, whereas locals pronounce it Weber State, is located on the lower level near the center court. In 2017, Macy's announced they would be closing their store in the Layton Hills Mall. The store closed in March 2017. Shortly after that, renovations began for a new Dillard's to replace Macy's, and the store opened in the fall of 2017. On June 4th, 2020, it was announced that JCPenney would be closing as part of a plan to close 154 stores nationwide. However, the Layton Hills Mall location store was removed from the closing list and will, for the time being, remain open. As you can actually see throughout the video, you'll see that it's actually open. So I'm glad that this location was able to survive the closures. In August 2024, Florida-based Second Horizon Capital acquired the mall for $37.1 million from CBL Properties and announced plans to expand retail and entertainment options. And according to KSL News, the new owner did not pinpoint any specific plans for the shopping center. I will provide a link to that article down below. And speaking of links, don't forget to check out the links down below for my social media accounts. I've recently started a Discord server for this channel where I will provide news and info for people who do follow this channel. Although there and or my Facebook group page, or through there and or my Facebook group page, I'm sorry about that, I will be starting a new segment for my videos. It will be known as the question of the week or the question of the video. However you want to look at it, it'll be that type of post. I'll post it somewhere on my Discord or on my Facebook page. All the links to that, all that will be down below. You can ask me any question, and if I like the question, I will feature it in an upcoming video. One question per video. I will give you a shout out for the question. If you would like me to shout out your social media, whether it be YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, whatever, I would be happy to do so. Don't forget to check out my Instagram as well, because I usually post photos there. I'm not as active on TikTok, but I'm there. I can usually answer questions there too. Anyways, now that we've actually talked a little bit about the history of the mall, you'll see that I started first of all, I also want to note before I go on with the rest of what I want to say in this video, I arrived to this mall actually pretty early. It was actually shortly before the mall opened. It was probably about a half an hour before the mall actually started to open. But later on, towards the end of the video, you'll see I do a second walkthrough of the mall after this, where you can actually see all the stores open and a lot more people here. So I'll get into that later on. Anyways, I want to talk about my experience here at the mall, because this is my first time actually visiting this mall as I'm recording this. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the very first time I visited the mall. My general first impressions are very positive. It's a fairly small mall, taking less than 5 minutes to walk from one side of the mall to the other side of the mall. The mall does have a second floor for more square footage, which doubles the space. As mentioned earlier, there are plans, although not publicly known, to add on to the mall. The property definitely has the space for it, because I do walk around later on where you can actually see that there's a lot of space, a ton of parking. Usually not even half the parking is full there. So they definitely have the space, and it took me much longer to walk the perimeter of the mall on the outside than it did for me to walk on the outside. It took me at least like 20 minutes to walk on the entire mall. More like 10 to 15 minutes maybe to walk around the entire perimeter of the mall rather than inside the mall. And if the mall goes through with any of the plans of expansion, that would be much appreciated. It was very nice to see every single little store open. As you'll see all the stores open up later on. It was very nice to see no empty tenant spaces at all. It's rare to see that. Even at the University Mall down in Orem might have like a space or two that where it might be empty. It's not a completely full mall, but the mall down in Orem is actually a lot bigger than this one, square footage wise. But it still seems like this mall has more foot traffic in it, and that's something I enjoy seeing. So I had to take a little bit of a pause from speaking for a little while, just to let you kind of enjoy the atmosphere of the mall. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do that again. So if you feel like I've disappeared, I'm not. I'm just trying to collect more thoughts about what I want to add into this mall. I realized I have a lot more footage than I thought I had, which is not a bad thing. Is that I didn't prepare enough dialogue to fill out the entire video. So please bear with me. I will be back in a little bit to provide my more input about how I feel about this mall. So right about here in a second, we're actually about to step out of the mall. Here we are. We're now on the outside of the mall. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this mall actually opened in 1980. And you can tell that the exterior of the mall looks like it's straight out of the late 70s, early 80s when they actually built the mall. And to tell you the truth, I probably would not have it anywhere. You could tell that the interior of the mall was nice and it actually felt clean and new and fresh and everything. And the exterior of the mall looked like it could use a little bit of 10 to 11 care. I found this random shopping cart for a logo. I didn't know what it was, but I found out later on that it was actually a store located inside the mall. I kind of find it weird. I find it kind of weird how it was just sitting right outside of JCPenney like that. Anyways, like I said, you can tell by the exterior of the mall, it looks like something fresh out of the 1970s, early 80s and stuff like that. It looks like it could use a little bit of 10 to 11 care, and if the mall owners and operators are actually watching this video, I have to beg you, you did a very, 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 very great job with the interior of the mall, updating the mall like that. It looked great. Keep it like that. Keep the inside fresh, modern. Keep it up to date. The exterior of the wall, just give it a minor facelift, like, do some minor touch-ups, but keep the exterior of the mall the way it is. Unless you're gonna add on some more space, like right here, here's a whole bunch of empty space. I feel like you use like a lot of that parking space for like any expansions for the mall that you plan on doing. You don't have to add on like keep those additions like an extra floor or anything like that, but like keep it like a single story. That'd be nice to see like that. But like I said, keep the exterior the way it is now because I love seeing the old-fashioned exterior look. Just give a minor touch up here and there. The interior of the mall, it is nice. I think it's very beautiful. Now, coming up here in a second, you'll see like a Texas Roadhouse right on the opposite side of Dick's Sporting Goods. So you had Buffalo Wild Wings to the left and then Texas Roadhouse to the right. while looking at the sign. And when I was passing by Texas Roadhouse, you'll see it here in just a second, right there. So you'll see a big old line right there. There's a big old line. It literally wrapped around the Texas Roadhouse. Right here, you can see the old and new. That's what I was talking about. Keep the old look to it. Keep it like that. That looks awesome. But anyways, back to the line at Texas Roadhouse. I was trying to figure out, like, is there some sort of celebrity or some sort of like great deal going on? I was kind of curious. I didn't really want to film the crowd a whole lot because it's kind of weird, kind of awkward just doing it. I'm here to film along, not the people, you know. I mean, it is nice to see like the mall full of people, so it's nice. It's nice in that aspect. But anyways, I talked to someone in line that was standing there in line about what was going on. They said, "Oh, this is actually just a work party. We're all coming here to the Texas Roadhouse." I was like, "Oh, okay. I thought there was some sort of deal going on." Like, nope, just a work party. So I found that kind of interesting. And now we have actually walked back inside the mall, and this is right after, you know, all the stores started opening up. So you start seeing like people going to business. You see Santa Claus down there with some kids, and you start seeing more foot traffic. You'll see more people coming in and out throughout the rest of the video, and I love to see stuff like that. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit more about how I felt about the mall. Utah has some really nice malls, really nice, great malls. Layton Hills Mall being one of them, actually. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 if I were to give it a rank. I didn't want to go all the way down to an 8 because I feel like since the mall is full of stores, it looked like it was at the full occupancy, and it had great foot traffic, but it wasn't quite a 9. I wouldn't go as high as a 9 because it was a small mall. I felt like it was pretty cramped. But since expansion plans have been announced, I kind of pushed it a little bit closer to a 9. So I feel like right in the middle between 8 and 9 was the right rank. 8.5 out of 10. And if the owners of the mall actually follow through with their plans for an expansion of the mall, I would definitely push it up to a 9, depending on how the finished product looks. Anyways, I could go a little bit higher maybe, because like I said, it's hard to give it a low score because it's full, but it's also hard to give it a high score because it's a smaller mall, you know what I mean? Anyways, we are actually now coming to the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a like and share the video on your various social media forms. Tag me to your posts. I love to see that kind of stuff. I love to see community coming together and supporting each other. And also, if you haven't already done so, I've noticed, by the way, that most of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So why not hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to get notified for when I actually post upcoming videos. Why not? That'd be awesome if you could. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 and I think I'm about 602 subscribers, so I have a little bit less than 400 subscribers to get to 1,000. So if you hit that subscribe button, that would definitely help you out. Anyways, don't forget to check out the other links down below. We got a KSL link, we got Discord, Instagram, and now TikTok too. Now I guess I should say now we have Discord, but the other ones are already around. Anyways, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, ask a question, then you can probably even be featured in a future video. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later, and I hope you have a good time.
Everybody watching has to subscribe. Subscribing is cool. Thanks.